Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right, here we go. Reviewing the reviewers. I think this is number 3. The top 10 movies from Chris Stuckmann. I know it'll hurt your feelings when we judge them, but it is what it is. Enjoy it.
What could he come up with here?
I'm sure it'll be a lot of. I don't even know.
Well, guys, we have reached the end of yet another year talking.
I'm just
about
here to make
film on
films.
this platform. This is crazy. I've been doing this for like 14 years.
You're gonna
now
go
or
from
something.
10
I
down
don't
to
even
1.
know what's going on? So much has happened over the past few years, and it's time once again to talk about the best films of the year. And as usual, I want to start with some honorable mentions. You guys know these are my picks. These are films that meant something to me. These
Don't worry,
are
Chris.
films
You're only
that
being judged.
Impacted me
Completely.
in a specific way
Thoroughly.
that hit me at the right time, or that were just really phenomenal movies. And those honorable mentions are The Boy and the
obviously haven't seen
Heron,
it. As soon as I saw it.
Maestro, The Tunnel to Summer,
I saw Maestro. It's okay. It's not a bad movie.
Didn't see that. Didn't see this.
Well, yeah, I think I see 2 animes out of those first 3.
Yeah.
I saw
particular
Maestro.
hentai
It's okay.
Can you legally judge hentai in America and not be arrested?
Good God, I hope it's. It's usually like kids, bro, with like a schoolgirl outfit looking shit.
Isn't that what fucking
But then
hentai
again-
is? It's crime.
But then again, anime's kind of weird. They're kind of weird with their. I watched a decent amount of My Hero Academia, and they have like 15-year-olds looking kind of weird in their TV shows. I'm just saying. So, all right, here we go.
Exit of Goodbyes, Bottoms, Still, a Michael J. Fox movie, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, When Evil
Haven't seen
Lurks,
it, haven't seen
Beau
it.
is Afraid,
We saw
and
that.
Sisu. Loved all of those movies, enjoyed all of them.
We saw Beau is Afraid, and it was definitely interesting. But not for me.
Not memorable because I've already forgotten it.
I plan on watching it again. It's just not as concise as other movies I've seen. But it was still definitely interesting. 100% interesting. 100%.
I'm just wondering where he puts Transformers on here.
So is whatchamacallit, which is I think it's 2023. Fuck the orchestra, fucking lady.
Maestro?
No.
Tar?
Jesus Christ.
Tar is not 2023.
It's not? Okay.
No, it's 2022.
Well, I plan on rewatching that too. So there you go.
Yeah, let me know.
Did Ninja Turtles make a movie this year? I mean, that should be top 3, right? For this dude.
They did make a movie. I doubt it's top 3 for this guy. It's gonna be, if I had to guess, cliche as shit and boring. Like he's packing it. Like he doesn't give a shit anymore. Just like saying.
Look at his action figures. Whoever's up there is in the running.
Okay, I see Star Wars, which I don't think made a movie.
See him like fat retired GI Joe.
I'm sure there's like 20 Spielberg movies in that movie's catalog right there. But all right, because these guys like the feel good movies, man. They like them. That's their thing. That's why Godzilla -1 is going to be on his list. Guaranteed. Guaranteed going to be on his list.
Didn't they make a bad King Arthur this year too?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Whatever. Here we go.
Them in their own way. They're all very special movies, but they didn't quite make the list, which we're going to get into in just a second. But first, I want to give
last
a big
one I
thank
wanna
you to
say.
the sponsor for this video, Factor.
What's it called?
Factor
Sensu?
makes meeting your
Sansu?
nutrition goals easier than ever.
That looks
by delivering
disgusting.
Fresh,
What is that?
frozen, dietitian-approved
That
meals
is
right to your
horrible looking.
doorstep. Their team of
What?
What
gourmet
the
chefs create
fuck is
each
that?
meal using
What the
only
fuck are you
ingredients with
selling people?
integrity to help you feel.
What the fuck are you selling people, Chris Stuckmann? What is that? Oh,
That looks
God.
disgusting.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
what the fuck are you selling people?
$4 fucking meals.
He's selling
I
prison
mean,
food, bro. That's prison food.
Is mold
you're
included?
better off going to get your local fucking Tyson's than that shit.
Yeah. A little quick little like advice to any person out there.
Oh,
Go
Don't
buddy.
eat
go
this.
go with fresh ingredients over anything. I don't care how how many nutritions and fucking electrolytes are in it. Get something fresh over that. Eat an orange over a sports drink, please. I beg you to. But fuck,
Feel
Look at
your
his
best
fingernails,
all
dude.
day long.
I
This
can't believe he's
bustling
selling that
holiday
shit, bro.
season, you might
Wow,
be
that's
looking for
crazy. He's
nutritious,
selling this.
flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Factor,
That's cringy,
America's
man.
#1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved,
You
ready-to-eat
heard,
meals
George?
delivered
Chef
straight to
prepared.
your door.
Yeah,
You'll save
dietitian approved. It's like why? The numbers line up. The calorie intake versus like shut the fuck up, man. I'm sorry. Orange juice will never be better than oranges themselves. I'm sorry. They just won't be. It's like all the like sugar packed into a fucking orange juice fucking box compared to an actual orange. It's not even close, man. So like this is a new fucking diet bullshit garbage, man.
Well, they also say it throws your body off because if you have a glass of orange juice, it's like 4 oranges to squeeze that juice out versus actually eating one orange. You're getting all of the things that are in an orange, so it's the natural way of it, so it goes better with your digestion anyway.
And they're natural sugars as opposed to whatever the fuck they put in those drinks. It's like let's be honest about those. So
Well, even if you squeeze your own oranges, it's better to just eat the orange versus
yeah,
four orange four oranges to make a cup of orange juice.
100%. Yeah, I agree. In fact, we might not even be having the problem that America does with like diabetes and shit like that if we just like let natural sugars take over. But they're not sweet enough. We need to add a little bit more kick into it to get it a little bit more sugary. So that's where
Guilty. I am guilty on all these fronts, but I know I'm doing wrong and I can admit it.
Well, yeah, like sometimes you just grab something. Like I'm not like putting anyone down about
Sometimes,
it. It's just like
sometimes I've never bought fresh fruit from the grocery store.
I'm not trying to put anyone down about it. I'm just saying like let's be honest about what's better for you. Most likely, what's better for you. Let's be honest. It's the natural thing.
Nah, I know I'm wrong.
Chris Stuckman's
I,
food is better
He's
for you,
selling
man.
microwave meals, bro. It's crazy.
Chris Stuckman's food is better for you.
at
That's
least I'm
What's
not
that?
taking
Yeah,
crazy.
what
anybody
was that
with
shit
me.
called? Oh, the TV dinner. The TV dinner's got
Factor,
TV
factor.
dinner's better for you than this shit.
Yo,
That
he's out
plate,
here
that dust,
selling Hungry Man's and shit, bro.
that dusty ass
Calling
fucking
it.
chicken. That dusty chicken they used to give you. That shit's better than this shit.
Is he also selling Pepto Bismol?
He's calling it dietitian approved. How dare you?
What's it called? Zantac, Pepsi.
With chef-prepared,
Pepsi.
This dude better have a six
dietitian-approved,
pack, bro.
ready-to-eat
I'm gonna
meals
freak
delivered
out.
straight to your door. You'll save time and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle
What
while
is
tackling all
that?
your holiday to-dos. So you can
I don't know
cross
what
meal
that is.
prepping off
See
your
how?
list this
Oh, I was
holiday
about to say,
season
like, you
with
see how they
Factor.
don't
Skip the meal planning, grocery shopping,
Steamed veggies,
Dumplings?
fine.
prepping,
Steamed
and
meat, I
cleaning
don't know
up,
about that.
and get Factor's fresh
That's
and
your-
frozen meals delivered to your
Those are
door.
What
dumplings.
is in
Factor has
those?
made meal prepping
What
a
is
lot
in those
easier this year for
rigatonis?
my family. Time is of the essence. We're always very busy. There's always something to do, and it's been great to
If
have
it's
Factor
cheese or
this
meat,
year. It's
throw it
really
away
helped eliminate a
immediately.
lot of guesswork when
Unless
it
you
comes
gotta
to
eat.
meals.
You gotta
So head to
eat.
factor75.com or
No,
click the link
no. I don't want to see.
That's-
I do not want to see
Stuckmann50
chicken.
to
That's
get
disgusting,
50%
bro.
off your
Look at
first
that.
Factor
Oh
box.
god.
That's
Oh, that's
factor75.com and the
disgusting.
code is Stuckmann50. That link is in the
I do not
description
want to see
below for
chicken
50%
at
off
all
your first Factor box. Thank you
wrapped
so
in
much to
plastic like that.
Factor for
That might have
sponsoring
been
this video.
cheese.
When
It
it
might
comes to
not have
film in
been.
2023, a lot of big mainstream movies didn't quite
Wow, you
deliver
fucking
in the
weirdo,
ways that
man.
I
I can't
hoped they
believe he
would,
actually did that.
and that led to some disappointment.
Tim
It led to a
bullshit.
feeling of
Look, dude, his
detachment
shirt says
from
it
film
all.
this year. But when I really sat down and looked at all of the movies I saw in 2023, I realized there were a lot of gems. And because
That
of
means
that,
he's
I
gotta sell
decided to
you
make
some
this
fucking
a top
Hungry Helper.
15 list. Because every time I whittled it down to 10, there were
Needs
like
more money to
5
make his
other
movie,
movies
man.
that I could not
It better be good.
believe were not on the list. So here we go with number 15.
No
my
fucking.
God.
He's,
Oh,
he's
no,
doing
it-
15? God dang.
Never heard of it.
First up is another
Wait,
gorgeously
he's taken
animated
half the
star-crossed
time
romance from Makoto
of
Shinkai,
fucking
filled
Jeremy
with
Johns
dazzling
and doing
sequences
more
and
movies, doing
state-of-the-art
5 more movies than he
animation.
did.
Suzume evoked emotions I didn't know could be
Obviously, I
stirred
haven't
within
seen
me,
those.
especially when you consider
Not that
the
I'm
primary
that hard
relationship
against anime.
involves a chair.
That was it.
Barbie 14.
Barbie I've seen. It should be higher on this list, in my
The
opinion.
highest grossing movie of the year was technically based off of an IP, but Greta Gerwig's charming film did everything it possibly could to differentiate itself from the doll's origins to create something genuinely original. I've been saying this since July. Let Ryan Gosling perform at the Oscars. Hell, give him one while you're at it.
Shut up.
What?
Whoa.
So it was Ryan Gosling that did good in Barbie.
Nicolas
No
Cage has
way. 13? It didn't crack 10?
So Barbie and Dream Scenario did not crack the top 10, which is you better have something amazing or something
Bro,
I
that
haven't
fucking
heard of before.
that Godzilla movie better not be though.
It's gonna be top 5.
top 3 shit. It's gonna be top 3, bro.
It's guaranteed top 5 at the minimum. 100%.
had
I
an
didn't see the
eclectic
Dream
career
Rash
that
ass.
can't be characterized in
Don't worry, I'm
simple
gonna watch it
terms,
again.
and
Dream
Dream
Scenario.
Scenario will go down as one of his best roles. We live in an age where everyone
Adaptation.
has something to say about
Adaptation is Nicolas Cage's best role ever. It's the best movie he's ever been in. I'm saying it now. Hey,
I need to watch
YouTube
it.
weirdos, go watch that shit.
I've yet to see it, bro. I need to watch.
You
Adaptation is
didn't
awesome.
see it?
It's awesome.
It's a
Nah.
good movie.
That's it.
As much as I
Good.
don't want to admit it, it's a good movie.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Anyways,
I don't like the
so-called
lady in it.
cancel culture. But I've never
Meryl
seen a
Streep.
film tackle
course you
this
don't.
subject
Yeah,
so
fuck that
succinctly
bitch.
and hilariously.
she is sexy.
John Wick.
Ew.
Keanu Reeves
How dare
maybe
you put John Wick
closed
at
out
number
his
12,
tenure
man?
as the God Mode hitman.
What could be better than John Wick,
responsible for
according to
some of
Jeremy
the
Johns?
gnarliest kills ever put to screen. A
Gnarliest
masterwork of
kills.
blood and bullets,
Imagine.
John Wick 4 somehow bested each film that came before it. A top-down sequence, as well as a
This was
treacherous
better?
trek up a staircase
Are you kidding
and
me?
back down it.
This is
will
the
be
worst
remembered
one
as
yet.
all-timers
No, it's
for the
better
genre.
because of the kills. I saw
You mean
this
the
movie.
amount?
I saw this.
What'd you
Taught
think
him
of?
how to
Cruise
count? Is that
continues
what's
to push-
going on?
What'd you think of that movie?
It looked like a film made for Mission Impossible fans, which is like I'm okay with that. Because it's for them, right? They're not trying to expand outside of Mission Impossible. They're not trying to like win awards and shit. They're just like, this is for our fan base, and we're making movies for them from here on out.
All his movies look like that though, bro.
It is what it is.
All those Mission Impossible movies are just that.
Exactly.
It's like James Bond. He made his own James Bond, basically.
Anthony, I watched the first Mission Impossible, and I watched the last one, which was the one he just showed. That's the last one to date.
Shit.
And I'm like, yeah, this is okay. This is made for a Mission Impossible fan. Like, there's like a fan base here. That's my best guess. There's a fan base for this, and they're doing it over and over again for them. And you know what? I'm not mad at that. Like, fine, it's for them.
Why are you hating on Fast and Furious and
'Cause it's
Transformers?
trash.
Same thing, yeah, exactly, same thing. But it's like, why is the movie critic
Oh,
telling
he'll
me?
put Fast and Furious
Yes.
in here. He'll put Fast and Furious in here.
No, he won't. He won't do that. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, you
He
will.
won't.
No,
No,
that's too much for even Chris Stuckmann.
That's too much, bro.
But it's like, I
That's crazy.
I get it for Mission Impossible fans. How did Chris Stuckmann get there? Maybe he's just a fan of the series. Like, he's like that. Maybe he's into it like that. Okay.
Yo, we gotta watch whatever movie like jumps out from this list.
Well,
Top.
we're not even in the tens yet, right?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
We just saw
There's
11.
gotta be some movie. There's gotta be some movie that's at least interesting that we didn't see.
He's given 2-second fucking synopses of the fucking
Yes,
movie.
yes.
All right, here we go. Fuck.
Tom Cruise continues to push it to the limit with his signature franchise, and
He
while this
pushes
entry
it
was not
to
the
the
mere
limit.
perfection of Fallout, this series is just so
Top
phenomenal.
Gun.
That
Even
chase
a
scene right there
relatively
is
good
like 40
entry
minutes
can
long.
still
Not
be
a
ranked
joke.
alongside
It's
the
so
best
long.
action
It's like,
films
what the
ever
fuck?
made. The entirety of the train finale is classic white-knuckled grip your armrest tension. This is the kind of movie
No.
people think of when they say they don't make them like they used to. As it turns
No.
out, sometimes they still do.
No.
The zone of interest. What's this?
This I don't know what it is. But I'm saying like his idea of tension, like shut the fuck up, bro. That's Fargo. You want to talk about tension?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, Fargo.
build up of tension? That's Fargo, the TV show that we've been watching. That's build up of fucking tension. Mission Impossible is like, yeah, it's kind of predictable what they're gonna do here.
Little kids.
Yeah, it's predictable and there's no tension because it's so predictable. And it's such a genre piece that I'm like, okay, like I said, if you're a Mission Impossible fan, fine. But if you're not, it's like, how is this tension building when you can predict everything that's gonna fucking happen? It is what it is, man. Whatever. All right, zone of interest.
He's
I don't
getting
know.
constipation from his factor meals mixed up with tension.
His clutch asshole from those meals.
He's like, I don't want to miss the scene, but the toilet's calling.
And the amount of starches in his meal, just clutching his asshole. All right, let's see this.
Make them like they used to. As it turns out,
They don't make them.
They don't make
sometimes
them like
still
they
do.
used to.
Yeah, go watch Mission Impossible 1 and be disappointed. So they don't have to CGI to back it up.
Jonathan Glazer returns to directing 10 years after Under the Skin to deliver a searing and ultimately terrifying portrait of complicity. His voyeuristic camera captures a family that lives directly outside the walls of a concentration camp and watches.
Wow! Like before I even watched the movie, or like, wow! Like it must be like there's no tension needed because history already took care of that. Like speaking of tension, like you don't need it at that point. Just be like, see, look, they're in Nazi Germany, but they're right outside the walls of it. That's already doing it's auto tension instead of someone writing it. In my opinion, it's easy to do, man. Give me a Holocaust script. I'll make it look beautiful.
This family hears some gunshots and some screaming every once in a while, and they have to explain it to their 6-year-old. Oh, don't worry, those are the bad people. Our people are winning.
Pretty much.
I don't know.
And that's the whole fucking movie.
It's Nazis are bad apparently. Like, yeah, well. Like, let's see a movie that's like capturing someone's moral dilemma with being a Nazi. Let's see that. Let's see one of those movies for once. I'd love to see that. Everything else I've seen already. I've seen Schindler's List. I've seen The Pianist. I've seen Saving Private Ryan. I've seen the evil Nazi guys. I've seen Indiana Jones and the evil Nazis. I've seen this shit. Show me something where it's like compelling.
The greatest story never told.
You saw Inglourious Bastards.
I saw Inglourious Bastards.
Valkyrie.
Greatest story never told.
That was Tom Cruise, like being like, you know, like he's I guess providing like a counter narrative to like because let's be real, right? I'm not German. I have no affinity for Germans or Nazis or anything like that. But at the same time, it's like there's got to be some sort of human narrative that happens even amongst the quote worst events in history.
Yeah.
Right? There's got to be. It can't just be all like black and white of like evil, good.
Yeah.
Evil, good. Like that's.
Well, that's like kind of at the heart of like, oh, like you can't just brush someone aside because they've been called or they themselves call themselves a Nazi. That doesn't mean they stop being a human being.
Yeah.
And they stop like they can fuck up, they can change their opinion.
humanizing them makes the story look worse because like it makes the events look worse because it's like oh, you're just an average guy and you somehow fell into this.
Yeah,
How'd this happen? And it makes it look like actually like more realistic in my opinion.
more compelling.
More compelling as a story and more like in my realistic. Honestly, because it's like what the fuck. But I haven't seen this movie, so I can't say whether or not they did that. And Stuckman's just ramming over it. I can't tell you one way or another. But,
Terrifying portrait of complicity. His voyeuristic camera captures a family
yes,
that
complicity
lives
would be a
directly
beautiful
outside
thing to
the
talk about.
walls of a concentration camp and watches
But
from
guess what?
afar, never in close up.
Like complacency is a interesting and I think awesome topic to talk about, or
Did you
critical
hear what he
thinking.
just said?
Hold on.
Did-
I think critical thinking and complacency is an interesting topic to go about. But when you pair it next to the Holocaust, which I don't have a problem with, it's just the way I expect people to go about that, it's gonna like dampen the actual narrative about critical thinking and complacency. It's gonna dampen that idea, and then it's just gonna become about like the Holocaust and how bad the Nazis were. And it's like fuck, I get it, but man, like I think in today's world, in my opinion, socially, like I think people need more than that for a narrative, even if it bores the shit out of them. Like fuck, I tried to tell you, but you missed it. At the very least. My bad, Dubster. What were you gonna say, man?
No, what's his name? Stuckman said this is a good movie because of the camera work. All the shots are shot and never a close up, so it's a good
Fine.
movie.
If that's a part of the narrative and storytelling, then fine. I'm okay with that. To say like, oh, we're watching from the outside instead of like we're not
Oh
sure.
no, but see, this is probably the closest the camera ever gets to the person, so this is a good story
I could see
because
someone saying
because the
that,
camera
but
work.
they need to explain that. They can't just say that. But I could see an artist doing that. I could see an artist doing that. But, all right, here we go.
His
Oh, but that
voyeuristic
makes it
camera
good art.
captures a family that lives
Someone needs to make
directly
me famous on
outside the
YouTube so I
walls
can
of a
just
concentration camp
spill
and
milk on these
watches from
fools, bro.
afar,
Pause.
never in close
Actually,
up,
no pause.
as they go about their
Never in
lives,
close up.
hearing the horrific sounds of death just mere feet away. It's the best sound design of the year, and a film filled with shocking moments that will
Why is it the
turn
best
your
sound
stomach.
design? Because of the
He
Holocaust.
likes hearing people dying in the background.
The Art of Vice
Newcomer
Girl.
Franklin Rich made the
Never saw
ultimate
this one.
indie movie. One that, like Clerks, El Mariachi, Primer, and even the Blair Witch Project, should inspire countless filmmakers to realize that it can, in fact, be done. His low-budget film is one of the best scripts of the year, and although I find this word extremely overused, it is also timely.
And this is number 9. 8? You get this movie the 8th spot? Oh no.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro re-teamed
Oh,
with Martin
hell no.
Scorsese to tell the often overlooked story of the Osage Nation and the murders that took place in the 1920s. Lily
This one makes the
Gladstone,
15th.
despite being surrounded by
of the year.
legends, gives an
My Native
Oscar-worthy
American mama.
performance,
Oh.
and Scorsese once again directs like he's in his 20s.
Like
7.
directs like he's in his. I don't understand what that means, man. This
See, if he
this
wasn't
is thinking.
old.
Does thinking turn off
This
at a
is-
certain point? Maybe for Stuckman, but like I don't know. For an
He's
artist, I would
thinking
think
like
the
an
thinking doesn't
athlete.
go away.
Scorsese's thinking like an athlete, so it couldn't be a 70-year-old.
Okay, so he's going to go on to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I just watched that. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was fucking well made. And if I had kids, I would play this fucking movie for them. I'd be like, this is what I'm fucking talking about. I might have more fun than the kids do. It's like, I thought it was that good. Even the symbolism of the cover right there is actually playing a role in the fucking movie. That's what I'm looking for when I'm talking about film and whether I think it's good or bad. That's what I'm looking for. Something that's all encompassing. Something that hits on all tone. Like they set a tone and they follow through with it. They have symbolism and they follow through with it. The plot makes sense. All of it all together is what makes good film. And this film fucking nailed it for me. I was like, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Now, is there flubs there? For me, flubs, yes, like the constant music video thing, which was only in the beginning of the movie. In the beginning of the movie, you hear a lot of like pop songs and montages of New York City or something like that. Like, okay, I get it. It's for kids. I get it. But that did die down at a certain point, and it became more about the story itself. And I'm like, I appreciate that. And it was just a good movie, man. There's a shit ton of symbolism, in my opinion. Think A Tale of Two Cities. Think of that when you're watching this movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I would say that. All right, here comes Chris Stuckmann's 2-second review of it, I guess.
The best superhero movie of the year by far. Spider-Verse took everything great about the first film and cranked the dial to 11. In a year,
So Fast and Furious isn't superhero. Okay,
No, it's not. Stop it.
he's gonna put it on this list, dude.
No, he's not. No, he's not. But this is the best Marvel movie I've ever seen. The best I've ever seen. The best Marvel, like, fuck their universe bullshit. I just mean, like, movies that are with Marvel properties. This is the best.
Sony made it.
You can go back to Fox's X-Men. You can go to Disney's,
Wait.
Marvel Universe.
Sony made this,
Spider-Man.
right?
Yes.
Okay, Disney did not.
No. This is Sony's property. They did it.
Just clearing that up for the
And
viewers.
they fucking nailed it, man. They nailed it. They fucking nailed it for like what it seemed like they were going for. They fucking did it. They nailed it. And I'm like, yes, thank you, God. And I didn't. And trust me, I'm not some fucking fan of Spider-Man or any of that shit, man. I'm telling you, they fucking did it. They did the fucking shit, and I appreciate that. I did an actual review, so that's why I'm not going into so much detail. But it's well made, in my opinion. All right, here we go.
Here where the term superhero fatigue could not be escaped, the team behind the Spider-Verse movies proved that there's still plenty of life left in superhero movies. You just have to make a damn good one.
The Holdovers.
Holdovers? I don't remember.
We watched this. I don't know if you were here. We watched it. I think we got like 3/4 through. I'm like, I'm done. I gave up. I thought it was fucking boring and cliche. It was boring and cliche for me.
And it's number 6 for him. Okay.
Yeah, apparently. It's like,
yeah, we turned that shit off, bro. That shit was so fucking boring.
Paul Giamatti, he's an older man. He's kind of depressed and giving up on life, and he meets a girl, but the girl doesn't like him, so the girl's already taken. And I said, I'm done. And same with the teenage boy. Like, the kid, he's held over the winter break. His parents will pick him up, and oh shit, this sucks. And oh fuck, he meets a girl, anyways.
I think I remember now.
Yeah. Then the mom, she lost her son in Vietnam, and he's a sad mom, but she's sticking around. She's one of the outcasts, like the rest of them are, and they're holdovers. And I'm like, yo, exactly. Put me in a fucking sleeper hold. Put me out. But, to be fair, I didn't watch the last 20 minutes of the movie, so maybe it's greatness. But Spider-Man is better than this movie. For me. By a lot. By a lot. This is cliched out the fucking ass. Hey, film reviewers and film fans. Just because it looks like it's a good movie doesn't make it a good movie. Sorry. Like, guess what? Almost Famous? I like the movie. I like Almost Famous. But guess what? It's not greatness. It has all the images and stylization of what you would call a good film. But it's not actually that great of a film, in my opinion. Maybe I need to watch it again. but I don't think it's that great. But people put it in their fucking top of the tier fucking list. I'm like,
What movie?
really? Almost Famous, about like the rock stars and the guy the kid who he follows a band around, ends up working for Rolling Stone and all that shit. I'll play the movie one day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not a bad movie at all. It's not a bad,
It's a little bit older.
but it has all the fucking stylization of greatness, but not actually great to me. Yes, it has the Elton John song and the whole fucking like, oh my god, the camaraderie. I get the feel goods from it. Like that's wonderful. That's a good thing to have in film is to feel good about something. But does that make it greatness?
Boring movie.
Fuck no, man. It's not a boring movie at all. It's definitely not boring.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Fucking fell asleep. Fell asleep.
Well, you're a weirdo. It's not boring at all. But I'm sorry, it's not S class, bro. It's not top tier. It's just all right. It's a good movie, like a good movie. It's fun. And this movie, sorry, you're 30 years too late for this style of movie, in my opinion. But here we go.
If a movie has ever been a warm hug, Alexander
Oh wow, you're
Payne's
looking
The
for a warm hug?
Holdovers
Oh
is
shit.
that movie. Paul Giamatti plays the most
I said it
lovable
before he said it.
curmudgeon this side of Hugh Grant and Harrison Ford. And when I'd reached the end of the film, I could have watched these characters for another 30 minutes just go about their lives. The chill winter vibes
Yeah,
along
no,
with the
the
heartfelt
feel-goods. I
conversations
get it.
brought tears to my eyes.
I get it. The feel goods, man. Oh fuck!
this movie.
The movie we just watched that we just cut off. The movie we just cut short. Just like,
This list is worse than
40
Jeremy.
minutes left.
by the way, the movie before this is another movie we cut off short. So it's like back to back, cut off short fucking movies. And I'm like, what's it for? And apparently it's for the feel goods, which is why I bring up Spielberg. That's why I bring him up as a filmmaker, because his specialty is the feel goods. It is. Go watch Jurassic Park, man.
This didn't feel good.
Go watch
This
Saving Private
didn't feel
Ryan.
good.
Go watch E.T. These are feel good movies. They're the feel goods.
Nothing about American fiction felt good. It felt
Dude.
boring.
Dubster. Imagine you're the target audience.
Blackity black yo.
Something like that. You don't have to be black. You don't have to be black for that. It's the feel goods.
Libyan, sorry.
The Libyans. A reference to what's it called?
Boardwalk.
Tanuki? Boardwalk Empire. There
Yeah.
you go. But yeah, the feel goods. Got it.
First-time director Cord Jefferson teamed with Jeffrey Wright to bring us an eye-opening but also hilarious look at how Hollywood loves to put
Not that
artists
funny.
in boxes and keep them there. In this case,
It's
how
too
the
much for a movie.
establishment is profiting from black artists. And
Maybe
even
this is the
silencing
wake it Stuckmann needed. And that's why he's enjoying it, because he finally snapped out of it. And number 3 will be Fast and Furious, not number 1.
I need Stuckmann to tell us how long this movie is. That's what I need him to do. Tell us how long. Tell us the promise. Like Stuckmann, say the promise again, and then tell us how long the movie is. Then you tell me what work you have to do to make that work with that length of time. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like there is no flow to this fucking movie. It's just, I get it. I get what they're saying, their point of view, but it's just boring. It's simple and boring. Like, guess what? It would be more interesting if he stuck with his style of writing. He's like, yo, people just don't get it. And him going on a crusade about people not getting what he's saying. That'd be a more interesting movie to me. Than
We
him.
watched 6. We watched 6.5 hours of this movie, and we didn't even get to the conflict.
No, we got the conflict.
No, I'm talking about the conflict and storytelling. Like conflict, then you fight. You know, like
I think we got that.
in plots,
Stupid,
how it
but
gets
I
to
think
the
we got it.
conflict, and then you face the conflict.
I think we
We
got the
didn't get to
conflict.
the conflict, and we watched it for 6.5 hours,
The
and
conflict.
it still had 2 days left to it.
I think the conflict was inauthentic. The idea of inauthentic fucking like writing and like creativity to where it's
No.
you'll black it up for a paycheck, which is fucking boring, man. Make it about something about inauthenticity, like completely. Period. That is 10 million times more interesting than just yeah, we'll hire black writers for this or that, or your books or whatever the fuck. We'll hire
Here,
we'll publish your
let
shit
me
for
honest
blacking it up a bit. It's like okay,
let me
and Dave
honestly
Chappelle had to
tell
wear a
you what I
dress. I get it.
let me honestly tell you what I think the conflict was just about to be if we watched another 20 minutes of this is he would have got mad at the people that were paying him $5 million and saying, not all black people are like this. And that would have been the conflict in the actual story of the movie.
Possibly, but as a joke in the back of my head, I'm going for, hey man, you killed my sister in the first 10 minutes of the movie. What the fuck, man? That's my biggest beef with Hollywood. You killed my sister off in the first 10 minutes of meeting her. You kill her off. Maybe that should have been his beef. I don't know. Either way, it's boring writing for me. It's boring. All right. There's more.
Them under the guise of lifting them up. One scene where a group of writers are judging the quality of books for a contest
Wow,
gave
so
me my
genius.
biggest laugh of the
Wow,
year.
oh god. Oh.
Poor things.
Oh shit. He has Poor Things at number 4, which would probably crack my top 5 of the movies of the year. I'd have to see the list of the movies we watched and not my scores on them, but just seeing the titles of them, I can probably place something somewhere. I think Poor Things would have cracked the top 5 for me. I think it was pretty good. It was pretty fucking good. I think May December's better, but I think this is pretty good. Poor Things. It's a coming of age. It's an interesting, unique style of a coming of age story. I thought it was fucking beautiful the way they did it. It's
I'm
very dark.
I still think he's gonna have Fast and Furious 10 at number 3.
We're past wherever Fast. If he had Fast and Furious on his shit, I think we'd past the mark where it would have been at. I'll just say
Or
so.
Transformers.
May December has to be in here. He's gonna have to say that because whether you're a dum dum or you're more interested in the actual topic, either way, you still put that movie up there. It's like The Dark Knight, where it's like even if you don't give a shit about moral philosophy, like you could still put that movie in your top fucking 3 for whatever year it came, 2008 or whatever year it came out. Right? You could still put that up there, regardless of your knowledge about moral philosophy or whatever highfalutin fucking shit. Just as a movie, it's just up there. And for me, May December is like that. It's like as a movie, it's just up there. Anyways, I think that movie was fucking special. Actually, I do want to watch that again. I think it's really good. But all right, let's see what he says about Poor Things. Oh my god, it's so interesting and Emma Stone shows her boobs and her nipples. It's crazy. A beautiful thing. That's the best I think Chris Stockman can come up with. Then.
Oh, Star Wars did make a movie this year.
They didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't. Well, no, all right. Movies that count? No, they didn't. Sorry.
It's one of the in-between ones.
No. Wait. What?
I forgot what it was.
No, they didn't. They
It's
did TV shows. They did The Mandalorian.
it's between the 3 and 4 gap. Like everything
Dude.
is the in between 3 and 4 gap. Oh, the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, that was a
There you
TV
go.
show though.
The Obi-Wan show. They did that. Sucked ass. They did Mandalorian too. Sucked ass.
That's not movies. That's not movies. Okay.
Exactly. I don't think they did. They didn't do a fucking movie. I think the last movie they did was like Solo or something. I don't know. The last one they did was Rise of Skywalker. I think. I think that was which was a part of the main series, movie series thing. But all right, here we go.
I never thought I'd see Emma Stone as a variation of Frankenstein, so I'd like to thank Yorgos Lanthimos for giving that to me. She will likely secure a
Actually,
second Oscar win for this,
a
but it's
very good
honestly
movie.
Mark
Actually,
Ruffalo who impressed me the most here. He's staggeringly funny and completely different from anything we've ever seen from him before.
and Emma
And
Stone
the film
boobs.
is absurdly gorgeous looking, with wonderful costume design and sets.
Godzilla
And
number
fucking
3.
here it is. Everyone, no,
He called it.
everyone I heard is telling me that this is some sort of anti-war mess. Like, it's not. Not in my
I
opinion.
didn't see it with you guys. Y'all saw this, right?
Yeah, we watched this. It was not anti-war to me. It was more of like, well, we like a more sophisticated war. We're not anti-war. We're just anti-kamikaze suicide missions. It's like don't do that. That's a bad thing. But if you fight with pride and keep yourself alive while you're killing the enemy, you're okay. People trying to tell me this is about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's like, you're gonna use a fucking dinosaur to do that, to showcase that. That's fine. To me, that's fine. I don't think I saw that in this movie. The main reason is why you didn't include the U.S. really in regards to those fucking bombings. You didn't really use that. If you said like Godzilla was created by the U.S. government and they destroyed cities, like then you have a case for Godzilla representing like a nuke, like destroying cities and shit like that. Otherwise, like you're being cringily anti-historical, which I'm not a big history guy with film. I think it's up to the creative artists to do what they do with their narrative. But at the same time, if you're going with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it's like, how do you not include the U.S. in regards to that? Like, it's crazy, right? Am I tripping? Am I tripping about that? You kind of have to include them, right?
I don't know. I didn't see this. I just want
Fair
to
enough.
see what this dumbass has to say about it being number 3 on his list.
If you think this movie told you to walk away with war is bad, then you're fucking full. You missed something, man. I'm
How
sorry.
sophisticated was this story?
No, it wasn't very sophisticated. It's very simple, and
Okay, how
and there's
action packed was it? Was it really cool?
there's a lot of action in there.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
like no, I mean like better than your who's the creator of Transformers?
Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better than Michael Bay kind of action packed, blow shit up kind of way.
Well, the thing that made it better for me and for others is that there's people tied to it, to where it's not just things blowing up. It's things blowing up and people being impacted by it. And I'm like, I understand that,
Uh,
but was it that good? People are trying to make me think that it's that good. Just because here's the reason why they're saying this. They're saying this because they're used to Godzilla not having shit in it. So once they just put a little bit of humanity in the Godzilla movies, now all of a sudden they're like, "Wow, it's an amazing thing ever." It's like you got fucking tricked, bro. Not saying the filmmakers of this movie are like trying to trick people like that, but like a little bit. There's a little bit of a propaganda in the movie. To be honest with you, in my opinion, I think there's a little something there. But if I erase that from my mind, it's like yeah, they're saying a message about about family and loved ones and courage and fear and the cost of war and all that shit. Like, yeah, they're saying little narratives about it. But just because it's all of a sudden in a Godzilla movie, it makes it amazing. It's like, fuck out of here, man. It's like, fuck out of here, man. Like, think of it like a dumb, dumb movie. Think of Michael Bay's Transformers, right? If you get these dumb movies for years and years and years, and all of a sudden they add a little bit of like humanity into it, like, does that make the movie great? No. Like, fuck out of here. That doesn't make the movie good because their other shit was so lacking. Like, let's not be stupid about this. But I feel like I'm dealing with dum-dums. So it is what it is. When it comes to movie watchers, I feel like I'm dealing with dum-dums. Godzilla's good. Why? Because it's not like the other Godzillas. Like, okay? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Not the greatest movie ever. Not a bad movie either.
Without a doubt,
Not the bottom of the
biggest
barrel.
surprise of the year for
Just
me.
bland
A
to
stunning,
me.
emotionally powerful, and
Emotionally
downright
powerful.
thrilling
Yeah.
film. Godzilla Minus One proved that not only is there still life left in our favorite kaiju franchise, but
See?
after all these years, they could make what just might be the best one yet. When that Godzilla theme kicked in, I felt like I was watching real cinema with a giant monster.
Did you hear that? You see what I'm saying now? Do you see what I'm saying now?
Number two.
I've not seen this video before. I'm just saying. Did you hear what he just said right there? That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing number 2.
Oh, Oppenheimer. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, he's like, oh my god, when that theme kicks in, like, so you're just a Godzilla fan, but they added a little bit of human emotion to it, and you're like, oh my god, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. By the way,
Yeah.
Jerry Johns put Godzilla ahead of this movie, which is insane to me. Oppenheimer is not the greatest movie ever to me, but let's
It's
be
pretty
honest.
long. It's a nap.
It's a very long movie and very historically driven, which makes it bland. But
And
there's some
who
elements
knows how
here.
accurate? And who knows how accurate? It was
Exactly.
classified shit.
Which is where my problems with Nolan came up, which is him trying to stick to the book of historical shit. I'm like, bro, you're not gonna get that shit, bro. You're not gonna capture that.
You can't.
Exactly.
And if you did, you'd be arrested.
You might as well make a. I think me and Anthony were talking on the show today, where it's like you might as well make up a character who's like a general who gives you some sort of spilled information about. We were talking about the JFK movie, by the way, where it's like oh, some random general walks up to you and gives you like on a park bench, gives you like some information about like, yeah, how come these guys were at the grassy knoll that day, huh? What do you think about that? Like some shit like that, to where it's like, yeah, it's make believe, and maybe there is a kind of an anonymous source somewhat to this, but either way, it's make believe. But they're leaning into like what is the filmmaker's perspective about it, and I think that was kind like there was somewhat of a human drama with it with Nolan, but I think the overall picture narrative, as far as his perspective, I think was kind of missing, and that's the thing that bothered me the most from what I'm expecting from a Nolan film.
It's not like they ever had a chance to interview Oppenheimer and you say, sorry, this is all classified.
Well, there's that, but also like I don't know. You could get a wince of like what do you think happened, whether it comes off as conspiracy or not. Regardless, I think more of you like if you think it's just like some normal shit, it just didn't make sense to me. It didn't hit home in me, especially something where you bullshit about all accounts of Albert Einstein's opinion on the nuclear bomb or the atom bomb or whatever, hydrogen bomb, whatever it's fucking called. Like kind of dismissing his actual accounts. It's like, why'd you go this historical with everything else, but miss that? It makes me feel weird. And
No, the important thing that they highlighted in this was that he was a Jew and he was a communist. So, of course, he leaked our secrets to the Russians. Or the Soviets, my bad.
I liked him negotiating the idea of a different point of view, like with the what's her name? What's the girl's name, bro? Florence Pugh, her character, and the way he had to kind of negotiate with that earlier in the movie, and then he just became an asshole scientist. There's no like lesson learned from it. I don't know. I get it. You're trying to like capture the actual guy, but it's like you're just not going to do that, man. It's not going to happen. So you might as well say your opinion through the movie. Maybe that's his opinion. Is Nothing. Maybe he doesn't have an opinion on it. Maybe he doesn't. But it's aesthetically beautiful. Probably a fucking marvel to look at. And there's definitely elements of you see some Nolan shit in here. In my what I call Nolan shit. You see elements of that in here, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking beautiful. Which makes it obvious. It's above average no matter what the fuck you do. There's nothing you can do about it to make this movie below average. Like, it is what it is. He's a master at what he does. Christopher Nolan, he's a master at what he does. But at the same time, for me as a Nolan fan, disappointed, like, yeah, that can happen. And I was disappointed. I put Barbie above this fucking movie. Barbie,
All
I think people sleep on Barbie.
Hold on. Before you hit pause, your prediction for number one, and then think before you answer that.
Shit.
Think about all the comic book movies that have been out this year.
No, I don't think he's gonna go comic book, man.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. He said
It's
Godzilla.
Stuckman.
He said
It's
Oppenheimer
Stuckman.
already.
It's stuck. That's the thing. It's
He said
Stuckman.
Spider-Man. What the fuck would be his number one? He said John Wick already. What the fuck would be his number one? I'm actually like lost. What would be his number one? He said some smaller movies. He said some
What's your
bigger
movie?
movies.
Everything all at once.
No,
What
no,
is
no,
that?
no, that's not this year. That's not 2023.
Oh, it was 2022
I think.
December.
Either way, that better be the fucking best movie of that year, 100%. But fuck, I don't know. I don't know where he would go. I think I've seen the movies that I would have guessed would have been his number one. I think I've seen them already.
What's Doctor Strange movie?
No, that will not be it. Guaranteed. That's not
It's dude. It's this motherfucker. It's Stuckman.
If he says May December, I'll freak out. Which is a really, 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 really good movie. I don't think it's number one. It'd be close, man. I need to make a list on my own, but that deserves to be here. But I wouldn't expect that to be his number one. I expect the crowd.
What else?
I don't know. Maybe it might be
Oh.
an indie.
We had Captain Marvel.
No, it's not going to be. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be one of those. Movies.
It's Stuckman, dude.
Yes, it's Stuckman, but he just he bends over for
Aquaman.
He bends over, not like he doesn't. He gives them kind of props, but it's more about not making them look so bad, even though they are really, 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 really bad. So, fuck. Let's let it play. Let's see.
Flash.
No, it's not the fucking Flash.
Christopher Nolan wrote and directed a 3-hour biographical thriller that's rated R and with no CGI shots, and managed to pull in almost $1 billion worldwide.
Has nothing to do with the quality of the film.
That is a remarkable achievement in our day and age.
That has nothing to do with the quality of the film, Chris Stuckman. You know, I hope you know that. Otherwise, what are you doing here? Do something else.
It was about Nolan's record.
Well, he's saying Nolan, like, oh, the effects were all practical effects, no CGI, and he shot it and wrote it himself, and like, okay, that's beautiful. I applaud that. I truly applaud that, and think it's beautiful and awesome that someone did that. But it doesn't make or break the film.
Of franchise-dominated money makers.
Icing on top.
Cillian Murphy should get the Oscar for his intense portrayal of Oppenheimer, and with any luck, Nolan will walk away
Cillian
with
or
a statue
Sicilian?
or two as well. When it comes to my number one pick of the year, I really didn't know what it was until about a week ago. I had no clear pick in my mind like I did last year or the year before it. I just didn't know.
You didn't know.
The year had a lot of movies I loved, but none that really stood out to me until I really started to think about it. And I realized that, without a doubt, my number one pick was the movie that did everything I want a movie to do.
First slam dunk? What the hell is this?
What the fucking fuck is this? What the fucking fuck is this? What is this? What the
I
fuck is
don't even
this?
know, bro.
It's a bunch of Lonzo balls playing bat. Like, what is this? What? What the fuck is this?
I've never heard of it.
Is it anime? He's showing an anime. Oh, yeah,
Let's hear this.
I can't
the not
say
quite
that
Chicago
this
Bulls.
film was a surprise because I had zero expectations. Film.
I just saw 5 basketball players and no black guys. Or is number 4 black? Does he count?
Is number 7 black?
Nah, number 7's. I mean,
Number 4 is probably black.
number 4, he's like kind of black, but like as far as
Sin for 7.
my anime references are, they make them talk a certain way, which is weird. Hey, yo, brother man, I talk like this because it's an anime. We're in Japan making this. I'm like, okay. Like, wow, okay. Well, god dang, the dang blasters Dan blasted off the blasted thing. Well, hot dog. Like, you talk like that and shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
I hear the Chinese are real racist to black people, but I'm not sure about the Japanese.
I know. The way I've seen anime and some other things, like they seem like the Godzilla movie, tailored for Americans, 100% tailored for them. Like it looks like that. I don't know what their cinema looks like for them, but it looks like it's tailored for Americans. Like this simple dialogue, the easy to understand, like subtitle thing. Like they'll say something, but it's like it's in simple sentences in the subtitles. I'm like, oh, okay, you're you're this is tailored for the American film viewer. Got it.
So the next 3 minutes is the synopsis of this one movie.
No, he's gonna talk about other things. He's gonna say, please fund my movie that hasn't come out yet.
I think he has to finally justify this one since no one else in the world saw this.
Maybe I want to watch it now. I don't know.
I
Hey, I could do it all.
hope he shows the clip. I hope he shows clips.
I can watch a movie on the fake Chicago Bulls. Oh, yeah, the fake Chicago Bulls.
I can't
Man.
say that this
Basically.
film was a surprise because I had zero expectations for it. The anime and manga have a passionate fan base, but it never reached the popularity of juggernauts like Demon Slayer or Dragon Ball Z. I went to see the film because I try to see anime in theater.
I've seen all of Dragon Ball Z season 1, all of it, all 39,000 episodes of just one season, and yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was made for kids, but too dumb for kids. Me as a kid would have said, "This is too stupid. I can't watch this anymore." And I was a kid who
I never watched it.
And I was a kid who watched like Ren and Stimpy and shit like that. So
I never watched. That was like 2 years younger than me or something. That was the kids watching Dragon Ball Z. I thought they were losers.
Not me.
It's like these are the kids that were watching Barney. Now they're watching this.
Nah, bro.
Keep them away from me.
I'm telling you, anime is like 5 or 6 years after us. That's my guess. Maybe like 3 or 4 years after us. I never got into it. I didn't even know what it was. So I was like in my 20s, bro. Not a joke. I kind of saw I saw animation styles. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool looking. But I never knew a name called anime until I was like in my 20s. No joke.
I knew it in like freshman year, but I think I knew of it in like middle school.
Really?
It's just like,
no clue.
Pokemon. Okay.
Oh, I heard of Pokemon, but I never heard of anime.
Well, Pokemon was like the first of the anime.
Well, I watched a little bit of that show when I was a kid. It was on like fucking WB and shit when I was a kid. Fucking
Right.
Pokemon.
Pokemon is the category of anime.
Well, I didn't know there was a thing
It's like
called
the first.
anime, though.
It was the
It's
first
a cartoon.
popular one, but there was stuff before it, and
Yeah.
that was like Japanese.
This is like its own fucking phenomenon at this point with anime. It's crazy. But yeah. All right.
Passionate fan base, but it never reached the popularity of juggernauts like Demon Slayer or Dragon Ball Z. I went to see the film because I
Dragon
try
Ball
to
Z was
see
ass
anime
cheeks.
in theaters
At
whenever I
one
get
season
the
I watched,
chance.
it was
I
bad.
truly did not
This
expect
dude's running on a
to
road for 30
experience
years.
such an emotionally evocative film. I didn't expect to cry. I didn't expect to feel my
cried.
adrenaline skyrocket, and I certainly didn't
These
expect
are the Bulls,
it to be my
man.
favorite film of the year.
He's wearing
But after
Jordans.
seeing it multiple times, I can truly say that no other film this year
Lonzo
gave
Ball.
me the laughs, tears, and thrills that this film did. It's an underdog story, a coming-of-age story, and a tragedy all in one. I'm sure many of you missed it, so when you get the chance, check this one out. Oftentimes, my number one
Poor
This
Things. Poor Things was that.
number one.
Like Poor Things was that. It was a coming of age story, and a tragedy, and all of the above. But for some reason, is he just trying to be different? I think he's trying to be different. It's my guess. Whatever.
Yeah,
pick of
nobody else is putting this as their number one, bro. Nobody else even fucking saw this. Like, what the fuck?
They got name brands in here. Okay, it's Tony Kukoc and his fucking Converses.
of the year is a movie that I feel like I have to show people. Top Gun Maverick was that way for me. I wanted everyone that I loved to see that movie and to appreciate
Top Gun fucking Maverick. I'm just saying.
So that's why you put number one, because you want people to see this.
Which is a stupid reason if you're a film critic. But he's not he's a YouTube. He's making money off this regardless what he does. And he's keeping it simple and just it's repeatable. Yada yada yada. I would love to talk film with Chris Stuckmann any day of the week, man. I would love to talk film with him. Just to find out what he really thinks about things. Instead of like I don't know. That seems like charity work, man. Be a critic. Don't give charity out like, oh, I like this. Like,
Hey, you can sit down and talk to him over a Factor dinner.
okay.
I'd love you to see this movie, and here's a Factor dinner.
It'll be 3 minutes, don't worry. I'll wait for the microwave buzzer to go off. But, yeah.
You're fucking steamed asparagus.
I would love to talk film with him that's outside of his sense, like him trying to be, I don't know what the word would be, sensible or trying to be generous or nice about it. Like, no charity. Just tell me what you think about a movie one way or another, man. I'd be curious what he thinks. My opinion, his movie opinions are probably ass cheeks. He'd probably get chewed up in this Discord. He'd probably get chewed up. Like, you like that shit, bro? Yo, you're trash. you get chewed up for it. I'm sorry to say that. I think he'd get chewed up. But he seems like a nice guy. But he'd get fucking chewed up, in my opinion. Because because film is a dying thing, it seems like. And there's no room for real opinions about it. And it is what it is. And he's benefiting from being kind of a neutral Nancy. Just saying it, just not putting anyone down too harshly and propping up whatever the fuck he can prop up. And it's like, that's weak and boring to me. Holy shit. It's as weak and boring as the films we see. There's no risk taking. There's no straight up stated opinions, thoughts, ideas about whatever. And like if you want to see the problems with films, watch your fucking critics, man. Watch the critics of film. At least in the YouTube sphere. These guys are dry and stale, bro. They're stale fucking bread. And cheap bread, too. Not no Jesus bread, bro. Some fucking Wonder Bread shit. In aisle 7.
Stuckmann recommended we finish American Fiction.
Fuck. I don't think I'm gonna go back to that movie. Personally. Someone better have a revelation and they better bring out like stone tablets of like
You better ask somebody.
Of
You
why.
better ask somebody. You gonna learn today.
They better bring out some stone fucking tablets of why this movie is awesome. I will finish the movie then. Otherwise, nah. I moved
Tell me
on.
about Dynamite.
I was satisfied with the really good movie I saw today. And it's like, you're nowhere. You're not touching a fucking kids movie, bro. Get fucking wrecked, bro. You're not touching fucking Spider-Man by Sony. Get fucking destroyed. Fuck out of here, man. Like, you're wrecked. You're wrecked for life, man.
Explain to me why
That
the
clever writing,
Jeffersons
my
moving
God.
on up, why the moving on up song is popular. Explain it to me. Because that's what American Fiction was explain why that song was popular.
Okay, I don't understand that assessment. Maybe I kind of understand it, but it was a limp dick fucking movie, man. It's just it was. It's just sorry. I get your messaging, and I understand. I understand things about the concepts about authenticity versus like what's the popular vote versus what is the authentic vote as far as an artist and as a creator. But guess what? People have done that in way better ways, not talking about minuscule fucking things. They make it bigger than that. But these fools are content with whatever, I don't know, whatever the fuck they're feeding off of for votes and likes, I guess. Cringy. But all right, here's more Stuckmann. God.
Get it. The first slam dunk I feel very similarly about. I want everyone
You
that I
remember the
love
first time
to
you
have
dunked?
fun with that movie because I
Of course I
really
do.
do think it leaves you in a great place
No,
of
him.
joy and
Stuckman.
it thrills
He's
you
never dunked a
at the
basketball
same
in his
time. And
life.
it's very, very funny.
Unless it
What you
It's
talking
was
about?
Fisher
extremely
Price.
underrated despite having an immaculate Rotten Tomato score, a great Letterbox score, a great IMDb score. Everybody who sees this movie loves this movie. It just kind of got buried by the fact that it's an anime movie that nobody really knew about. And also, it came out around.
But you knew about it, man. You're so, interesting. Like,
Well,
stop
he's
it.
promoting it
Stop it.
right now. He's
Stop it.
promoting it right now. He put it number one so it at least gets seen.
Guess what? Spider-Man was animated. Shut the fuck up now, Chris Stuckman.
How many followers do you have?
A million in the millions or something.
So 600,000 people this weekend will go and see this movie that no one's ever heard of.
I'm sure people will look it up, but like, he's like in my opinion, he's like a movie novice's like when they look for like, uh, top 10 movies, his name will pop up in the first 5 selections. Probably the first
Probably
3
he's
selections.
Google searched himself.
Yeah, I'm
Like
sure.
he's put himself on the first page of Google kind of thing, but for YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure he's there. So even people who don't even like, they don't even give a shit about Chris Stuckman. They just want to see like a movie list. They'll find his list and they will probably go watch some of these movies.
Yeah.
It won't make sense,
He
but they'll fucking go.
he boosted whatever this movie he put number one at that I've never heard
Less,
of. I would have never thought to go look for.
yeah, it is what it is, man. He's not much to offer from me, but it is what it is.
Think about it. This movie, what if this movie was doing nothing on like traction, and somebody said, "Dude, uh, you'll get something if you just promote this movie. Put number it.
I
You
don't
know
think
it's a
so.
good movie.
I don't think
You
so.
know it's a good movie. Just put it on your list."
I don't think so. I think that's IGN.
But
I think IGN will do that. I think this guy
Chri-
is.
Christopher Walken style. Come on, man. Just put on the list.
I I think that's IGN. I think this guy is more of a. Well, I'm not gonna like even if a movie is dog shit, an absolutely like travesty dog shit. He'll be like, you know what? I shouldn't. This movie didn't agree with me. He'll say it in this really, really like tepid type of way, to where it's like you're not actually scorching the movie. You're just like, I just shouldn't. It didn't vibe with me. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll say some shit like that, and it's like, bro, this movie was terrible. didn't just vibe
Tell
with you.
him
It's a
that.
bad movie. Call it a bad movie. Why can't you do that? And the reasons are beyond me. Is why this guy does that. I won't
Oh,
even. I
we
won't even try
now
to
know.
speculate.
We
I won't
know
even do it.
now.
I'm not doing it. But go
No,
ahead.
dude, it's that the factor didn't sit right with him.
He's constipated from the.
That's when he knows it's a bad movie, and he has to say it was not too good.
It's like, you know what? My tummy's a little upset right now, and he can't go any further. He, that's the thing that bothers me about this guy, is that whether he's like a genuine like,
Gotta sell, bro.
I think he was like an ex-Mormon church guy. I don't know what the fuck he was, but he seems like that type of personality, where just like lost in normal vernacular. He's just like overly nice guy, which I'm like, that's cool. If you're genuinely like that, fine. But my God, if a movie sucks ass, let everyone know it sucks ass. Like, let everyone know, man. Tell everyone it sucks ass. Otherwise, what's your point? Yes, point out the good, but point out the fucking bad too, man. The bad deserves attention as well. And he's just like, he's a wet like blanket talking about these things. It's just dribble. Like, I just didn't. You know what? That movie didn't agree with me. Like, what? You mean the scene where they like fucking like take the grandma, slide her down the stairs, like they freeze the stairs and she slides down it, then she falls into an ice pick. It's not a comedy either. It's a serious drama. This grandma slides down the stairs, get an axe pick in the fucking head, then slips and falls and reveals the killer. Like, are you telling me that's great?
Was that the season you skipped on Fargo?
That was a make believe scenario that this guy would excuse. Like straight up, you'd excuse it. Holy fuck! All right, let's finish this shit.
On the height of Barbenheimer,
I'm telling
and
you,
a lot
movie
of movies
fans,
got buried by
go
that.
watch your
And I
movie
feel
reviewers,
like
man. Pay
this is
attention
one
to
of
them.
those gems
Seriously,
of the year that
good luck.
throughout the years, especially anime fans, are going to look back on
If you're
and
a
be
real
like,
film
yeah,
fan,
that one was special.
good
Guys,
luck
it has
walking
been an
away not
amazing year,
brokenhearted.
really a crazy year. A lot of stuff has happened, and it's been
Is he gonna
fun to
sell
be
me
able to
something?
share these moments with you and to talk
How much
about
time is
movies
left?
with you as always. For
There's a minute
so
left.
many
He's gonna
years
sell
now,
something.
and I'm looking forward to another year of
What is
doing
it?
that.
What's he
My
gonna sell you?
film should be
Fiber?
coming out
I
next
don't know.
year. It's
He's, at
submitted
the
to
beginning,
various
he sells you
festivals, and
Factor.
we've
Now
been
he
able
sells
to
you
finally
Fiber.
complete our ADR, which is great. And so we are just
Hey man,
about done
hey
with it.
Chris,
I
I'm
mean, there's
hungry,
just
man.
like
Sell me
random
something.
little color corrections and things that we might adjust here and there, but it's like 99.9% done
Like
now.
your
It's like a
microwave
movie. It's
meals,
real.
color
And I
correction.
can't wait to share it with you guys
Frozen
and
popcorn.
what that journey
It's a
will
new
be
idea he's been
like.
thinking of.
That's
And
not
as
mold. It's
always, I'll be
parsley,
here
man.
with you,
Shut up,
sharing
eat
that
it.
journey. So thank you once again for watching, and I hope you guys check out these movies on this list, and they bring a lot of joy and entertainment to you. I'll see you guys in 2024. As always, thank you.
Okay. All right, he is done. For me personally, you've Dubster, you've heard me for a while. Everyone has probably heard me rant about film before I started recording for YouTube and all that shit. I would rant about films and watch movies and all that shit. This is more than fucking entertainment to me. For me personally, but I'm a lifer. I'm a crazy person. So like when I talk about politics or anything like, I I go full tilt or I don't do it at all. If I don't go full tilt, I'm not fucking doing it. Like I need to put all of me into it. Like I go crazy about it. About any of these fucking topics. I will rant and rave and yell at people and do all that shit for hours if I have to. So when this guy like, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever's entertaining to you, it bothers me. Because I care about this shit, bro. I care about film, man. I love film so much. I think it's one of the most I think it's the fucking apex of art. Because it's visual. It's sonic. You can hear sounds. It's intellectual. It's dialogue. It's all the elements of that we look for in art. It's all of them combined. Film and TV, obviously, like something like that. I think it's all the elements It's people being able to portray human emotion to you. It's all of it. It's all the elements. And I'm like, to leave it all off for fucking Indiana Jones is gonna freak me the fuck out, man. I think it's too important for that. I think it's too important of a medium to just be fucking tiddlywinks for people. Like maybe this guy is. And like, and I'm not trying to hate on the dude. I'm just saying, like, my
Do you
God,
think he
care
really
more about
thinks
this.
that's his number? Do you really think that this is this guy's number one video? Or if it's number 7 and he's just like, nobody's seen it, so I just gotta put it at number 1.
Well, to me, it's probably pageantry, and the reasons for taking a movie that isn't that high on his list and putting it number one would be pageantry. It's to make it like, hey man, they're like an appreciation for film type thing. But it's like, dude, treat everyone equally, man. That's how you find
No,
out
we're
who are the
watching
greats and
tomorrow.
who are not.
No,
Oh my
we're watching
god,
tomorrow.
I'll watch it.
Whatever.
I don't mind. I'll
Yeah,
watch
the
it.
Stuckmann referral.
I'll watch the fake Chicago Bulls, man. I'll watch that shit. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind it. I'm not shy from any type
I
of
gotta
film.
know. I gotta know. Why is this number 1?
Yeah.
Is it better than, let's say, Poor Things? Since that made his list, and that's probably, of his list, probably the best thing out there. And remember, I gave that a fucking D.
Yeah. Well, I was sorry. Well, May December is
Or
still.
3.0. I gave it a 3.0.
Well, your movie thing is
Because it's heresy, basically, is my problem with it.
well. Just so you know,
But it's still good written. It's written very well.
just so you know, if this was you and you were saying your personal list, I'd probably be here like yammering about your shit too. Just so you know. But I
Shit.
think
No shit.
at the same time, I
But
think it'd
it's
be
different
less.
reasons, too.
Well, I think it'd be less harsh than what I am with Chris Stuckman. Where I look at this guy, I'm like, are you like you a fucking poser, bro? You full of shit. Do you actually care about this genre, this medium? Is it just fun and entertainment for you? Like for me, it's not that, man. I'm sorry, people. I care too much about fucking film, man. I care too much about it, about the medium. I think it's fucking beautiful. I think there's something beautiful about it. I think it collects all the genres in this abstract way of expressing something about the human that isn't directly human, right? These are actors, these are
What about
cameramen, these
what about
are
this idea?
what?
Okay, he has to come up with something every year for, this time of year. So he's pressured to where he just has to go with what he's seen this year, and he's obligated to just keep
Well,
it short and simple, but it needs to be just put out there.
well, he did mention other reviewers, right? Because everyone else puts out their top whatever top tens or whatever the fuck, right?
He's compelled,
So maybe
and he has to
he's
compare to them
trying to be different or something,
and somewhat comparative.
which is trash. And guess what? There are movies who tell you that shit's garbage. It's trash. But maybe these guys don't watch enough film. Like these are the movie reviewers, man. If my job was just to strictly watch movies and movies only, I'd have I'd be in follow la fucking land. Be amazing. Can you imagine that? Just watch movies and say your opinion on it. We'd have so much fucking fun doing that shit. Like it'd be perfect. But these fools, like, what do you? I mean, yeah, I'm sure he has like a life and shit, probably kids and a wife and all that shit. Like, I get that, but at the same time, it's like, yo,
If this was his job like this, he should at least watch like 400 movies a year that none of us have heard anything about.
I think we watch more shit than he does. That's my guess. Him,
You're
Jeremy
right.
Johns, these movie reviewers. I think we watch more shows and movies than this guy does, or than those guys do. And that's like for real. I think we actually do. And that's sad.
Glad that. What was that North thing?
What Northman?
That North movie
The Northman?
about the Viking thing. Was that this year?
the Northman.
I'm glad that it made.
Was that this year? I don't know. We watched it though. I don't know if that was this year or last year, but we watched that. The Northman. Alexander
Yeah, it was
Skarsgård.
horrible.
It
That
was
was fucking
it was
bad.
fucking trash. But I'm sure it got hyped out the fucking ceiling from these guys. I'm sure they put
Oh,
their
I
fucking
heard it
dicks
from
on
a
the
lot
fucking
of
table.
people. I heard from a lot of people it was fucking best thing ever.
Like, dude,
I think even Tim Pool said it was awesome.
I was, dude, I remember watching that and slowing down sequences and like, yo, look how stupid this looks. It's like something where like he caught like an axe or something or a spear or something flying
An
towards him.
arrow. Yeah, it was an arrow or a spear coming at him from the top of a castle.
It was like
And that was
disappearing and
that
shit like
scene
that.
was over in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then somehow he came from the Native American world back to the Viking world in a scene.
I think it was small dick energy. That's my guess. Towards like you feel like a man or something because you're watching some steroid dude do some shit on screen. It's like, yeah, I feel good about myself watching this guy do this. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Don't compare this to fucking Die Hard, like Bruce Willis's Die Hard or fucking Arnold's
Choreography was bad too.
Predator or something. Like come on. Those were the
He like
cheesy I'm a man movies. We saw those already. Like we enjoyed those. Had fun with them.
he like stabbed through a hut or something.
Oh,
Or
near the end.
he rolled out of a hut. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he broke through the hut somehow. And then he fought guys in like bad choreography kind of way.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't remember, and I'm never gonna watch that movie again. Also, also, these guys are never gonna watch that movie again. These guys are not going to watch that movie ever again, unless it's all like randomly
Once I
on,
praise it,
unless it's randomly on TV. They are not watching that shit. They will never see that. They will never go out of their ways to watch that movie again, and that's fucking telling. That should be very telling to the audience.
it was made by that guy that made the Lighthouse movie, whatever that was. That was why they were all praising it because they liked that director.
Oh, fucking. I know who you're talking about. He made something else.
I don't know who I'm talking about. The Lighthouse, something like that.
Let me see it. This up real quick then on the clip. Let's do. With Robert Pattinson, The Lighthouse, and William Dafoe. I've never seen this movie, by the way.
Batman and Green Goblin.
Yeah, I've never seen this movie before though. Robert Eggers. He did The Lighthouse. He did The Witch. Okay, The Witch is something that's people liked.
You've seen that one? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I need to rewatch it. I saw it a while ago. But it's like
They say that was really good, so that's why this was good.
I think The Northman was like a weird attempt at some sort of abstraction of Nordic mythology and like some magic shit they try to add in there. I'm like, yo, Vikings did it better, man. In my opinion. For me, in my opinion.
And I kind of liked Vikings. I mean, it was a
I enjoyed Vikings, but I could see where it was like tacky in plenty of parts of that show. There's plenty of tackiness to it, but I thought it was like something I could watch. Was it monumental? Fuck no. But it was entertaining. I had fun with it. It is what it is. All right, let me end this recording. All right, there's us reacting to Chris Stuckmann's best movies of 2023. Thank you, Chris Stuckmann. Fucking genius.